Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at Bitcoin once again, its valuation against the US dollar, and talking about, oh, sorry, and talking about what a bounce the last few hours were. When we look at this move, pretty impressive bounce. So, remember, if you like the video and the other videos that I make on this channel, be sure to hit the like button down below, and also consider subscribing. So let's jump in. Uh, May 19th, yesterday morning was pretty impressive. I mean, at the 1300 hour mark on UTC time, we're looking from I guess like the rally from here to where we are now is 38% move in the past maybe less than 24 hours. Bitcoin dropped significantly. This is the 1 hour chart, by the way. On that same day, let's see where we opened. Okay, so May 19th we opened and then like in a matter of hours dropped 30%. Wick down to 30%. And we talk about this band here, this rectangle that I've drawn out, and I'll throw it to the daily. And we discussed that this might be a place where Bitcoin might find a bottom. The way I got that number was determining where maybe it stemmed around the total cryptocurrency market cap and the 20-week moving average of that chart. And I used the figure of 1.7 trillion. As we've seen in prior moves, total can hit the 20-week moving average. It could also just briefly go above it and stay above it. So just as a general figure, I used 1.7 trillion. I then assumed that Bitcoin dominance should be around 45 dominance at the time, as well as determining the circulating supply of Bitcoin, considering that every 10 minutes, 6.25 Bitcoin are mined, and so we gave it time. And over time, and I think I put it didn't really make that much of a difference in terms of days. But I think there was one figure where I added an extra like 100,000 Bitcoin to the circulating supply, and then calculated it that way. In conclusion, I mean, you can watch that video anyway. But the figure that I got ranged between about 32,000 and 40,000. And as of right now, I'm not going to say definitively that it's holding by any means, and we'll get to that a little later on. But it seems for now we held that we wicked down to like $30,000, but we closed the day yesterday at 37,000 dollars, and now we're rallying about 13% up, exiting this range here, back up to $41,000, 41.5. So we're not out of the woods yet. I would say by any stretch of the imagination. Just because we have a 13% rally doesn't mean that all things are hunky dory. Uh, if anything, this could be just a dead cat bounce. A dead cat bounce, like a relief rally after an extreme sell off. That is possible, and I'm not gonna say if it's gonna be a dead cat bounce or not. I mean, I'm not. I wouldn't be able to predict that. I do think that this band will hold. However, I mean, if anything, yesterday has shown us that it can wick lower. I mean, you could see it on the chart. Um, so, with that said, if Bitcoin is able to rally from here, so let's do some scenario work here. If Bitcoin's able to hold at 20,000, sorry, at this level here, and come rallying back, we might even see, um, we're 10% away from the week open, which is where the 21 week EMA is. And so if we continue to rally for the rest of the week, we might just be able to get back to stay above that line, at least on the 21 week. If we rally even further than that, we have a chance on breaking back above the 20 week SMA and close above that. That would be a step in the right direction for a short-term bullish move from Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market. Um, I think for myself, I will continue to dollar cost average my Bitcoin. I already have my leverage long position, which is averaging at about, I think, 34,000 US. I mean, the premium was about 7%, but yesterday when the drop happened, very interestingly enough, the premium on the futures contract went negative. So it was a pretty opportune buy. But my kind of short term plan here, and obviously this is very flexible, but I'm essentially going to keep on buying Bitcoin or and continue to keep my long position until Bitcoin is rallying back above the 21-week moving average, and then I'll start plotting my targets from there, at least for my long position to close it. But I'd be very impressed if Bitcoin is able to rally back above the 20-week moving average. Um, Considering this long wick, I mean, it could be a precursor to what's coming of a further sliding Bitcoin. Um, or I mean, it could be just that this wick has shown the buying power at these levels for Bitcoin, and buyers are willing to buy it at this price and hold it at this area. And if it's the latter, I'd be very happy. I'd be very impressed. We don't necessarily see Bitcoin close below the 20-week moving average and then rally back up uh, in that short a time period. It just doesn't happen that way. Like if we look at, say, 2013, yes, the following week when we broke the 20-week moving average, we fell about 17%. Following week, we rallied 21%, but it didn't get us above the 20-week moving average. It took a number of weeks to get there. So it's hard pressed to think that Bitcoin's able to pull it off. I'm not going to rule it out. I'm just saying that it's not really happened before, and my money is on stuff that is more probable than that. Regardless, regardless of that, both arguments stipulate that Bitcoin will get back above the 20-week moving average eventually. The question is it going to be next week or several weeks from now, right? But that's pretty much it, you guys. It looks like the entire market is rallying, which is very good. But again, I would attribute that to just the extreme sell off we had yesterday. It was quite the drop, and I think a lot of people found that opportunity, and now we have some kind of relief. It'll be more telling for the coming weeks. I mean, this is not going to be something that's going to end on Sunday. This is something that's going to continue on and on and on and on until we get some decisive price action from Bitcoin. Anyway, that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.